Okay, good night, everyone. Welcome to FTR Premier Division. We live here in Hungary. I got Kieran here with me as co-host. See, we got a rainy session. Sorry for the bit of delay. We had some issues to sort out. I just want to get some information up here.
Yeah, some minor technical difficulties there. Not sure if it was Cody's or Sony. It was one of the two, so we'll just pin the blame on both.
Yeah. So I see everyone's out on full wets. Looks like it's a wet session so far.
Yep, and two people have already retired through crashing out.
Yo. Yeah, we had the Vision 2 race last night, and it was luckily for us, it was clear weather. It is a difficult track. I can just imagine it with the wet weather here as well. I see we on board with Super D now. And he goes fastest there with a 150.
Yep, and the only other man out on track is Ruin.
Okay, yeah, I think he's 5 seconds down on his sector 2 time there.
Yeah, it's an in lap.
So,
Super D is actually half a second up through sector one.
okay, let's just go back to see Yakus also. Let's just go back to Super
Sorry,
D.
just bees. No, it's an in lap. So everybody is either retired from the session or is on an in lap.
Yeah, so it looks like if you said we lost 2 people, we're probably going to have 13 people go through to the next session. It'll be interesting to see what the weather is going to be like for that, and also what the weather is for the race. Hopefully, it's will be mixed conditions, makes it a bit more exciting.
Yeah, Hungary in the wet, it's kind of a. It doesn't matter who you've got in the race. It's just kind of a bore fest because
Yeah,
there's not really anywhere to overtake, especially in the wet. You just kind of rely on the car ahead of you making a mistake big enough for you to just slip past. So at least if it's inters but dry enough for DRS to be enabled, you'll
yeah,
see at least some overtakes. But it is one of my favorite tracks on the game. It's up there in the top five,
yeah. It
just
is.
because of how technical it is.
Let me just see. Oh, Josh said wet quali dry race. Thanks, Josh. So it's going to be wet quali a dry race. So obviously the guys will probably be on a um, dry setup now, try and wing it now through quali. Obviously, you don't want to be on a wet setup in a dry race.
Yeah, this is it. That some people won't have checked the weather properly. They will have just checked the quality weather and then just gone, wet's up it is. And then others will have actually taken a proper look. So, Super D head in the first bit of quali, but it was just set a lap, finish, and retire.
I see Speed Alcoholic has joined us eventually. I was just going to send him an invite. We got our fan, one of Avi's fans here, absolutely Jen. She's saying, well done, go Avi. Nice to have you on the stream here, Jen. She also a regular commentator on on your streams, Kieran, for CDR.
Yeah, popped up on Sunday for Championship 3 with Avi on
Yeah.
in the comments box with me. It was a nice surprise to have so many South Africans tuning in. And
Hello, Jane. She's saying hello, Boetus. Hello, Jane. And she's saying Mr. Munch. No, it's not Mr. Munch. That's we explained it to you, Jane. That's CDR Ninja. This is Kieran,
yeah,
not the same
yeah,
guy.
baby dad, he's Welsh. I'm not.
Yeah.
But baby dad may be available at some point to come across and give you a helping hand, just
Yeah.
so you can have Mr. Munch in the comms box.
She'll be
That is,
absolutely over the moon.
That is something I'll have to run by him and see if
Yeah,
he's up for
Tayo's
doing.
got his biggest fan here in South Africa.
Just a casual 8,000 miles away from him,
Okay, so
which
it
is
looks like
roundabout where I'd want to be from Baby Dan too.
yeah, it looks like we only got 11 going through to Q2.
Yeah, two people crashed out. So out of the 13 that joined the session initially, two crashed out. So they weren't going through. Then Speed Alcoholic joined late, so he wasn't going through.
Yeah, well,
Which is just unfortunate.
we're expecting two more people before the before quali is over, because in South Africa, I know you guys, you don't understand that in the UK we got load shedding where
Yeah, yeah. I actually googled this because I didn't know what it was.
such a stupid
It,
thing.
yeah, I basically I ended up having to read about it to understand what was going on. And what I got from it was your main power stations are slightly underpowered, so they have to redistribute the power to like substations. And
Yeah,
it can fry like electronics because of the switchover, and it can take hours to do.
yeah. Well, what it basically is, they're saying our power stations are too old and they keep breaking down for maintenance, and then they can't sustain the grid. It's, I don't know when it's going to be fixed, if they can even fix it. But yeah, it's something we in South Africa face on a daily basis. We probably so used to it.
That when you actually have electric that works properly, you won't know what to do.
Yeah, and then you see absolute Gen C asking which team Avilak races for. He races for Red Bull. I thought you were a fan, Jen.
Yep, it may be a little bit distracting over the next couple of weeks because since they launched Imola, they launched the white Red Bull, which is staying until they launch Jeddah,
Yeah.
which I don't understand that decision if I'm being honest, because they went, oh yeah, we're not going to give you the Golf McLaren from Monaco, but we'll give you the white Red Bull.
The
And
Jen
then,
is sorry, Kieran. Jen is asking. She thinks that every race you can choose your own team. No, Jen. For us now, we race in a season, so you get allocated your car for the season, or you choose your car for the season, and that will be your car for until the season is over.
yeah, Avi, I know Avi absolutely hated the Racing Point from 2020 because it, quote unquote, it emasculated him.
Yeah, the Barbie car.
Yeah. So he absolutely hated the Racing Point. And on Sunday, I told him if he stopped annoying me, I was going to send him back to F1 2020 and put him back in the Racing Point.
And there's Super D into the wall. So we got Josh on a 127. Let me just get some telemetry on. We were talking a bit of going off the
They're
thing
all
here.
on Inters.
So in Inter, so Josh is on 127. Corsa's on 127.6. Zero 127.9. Super D 128. He just crashed out there, just damaged his wing there. Luckily, he can still go to the pits. Donovan on a 128. Ruan on a 128.4.
Yeah.
Yaku 128.8, Jared 129.8, and I think let's go to Avilak. Let's go to Jen's favorite here. Let's follow him for a lap, and that is the livery we were talking about, Jen, the special livery for Red Bull.
Yeah. Fortunately enough, though, for these guys, where it's a wet Q2, whatever tyres, like, if it's a dry start to the race, they don't have to start on Inters.
Yeah, it helps him a
So
lot. So
they'll all have free tyre choice. So if they qualify pole or 11th, it doesn't matter. Everybody's going to be on a fresh compound. So just means, do you want to push and potentially drop it and put yourself in a barrier, which is very easy around here, even in the dry, or do you want to just survive and start in the midfield?
yeah, that's the thing. And the one stopper here is a bit risky. You're going to be very slow. Obviously, now with safety cars and stuff, now it actually disadvantage you with the one stopper. So I'm thinking some guys will probably look at the two stopper, probably start
I
on softs. Yeah,
I did a league race around here like 2 weeks after the game was launched. So the first race was at Silverstone, and then the second race was at Hungary. I made 4 pit stops because of front wings, and
yeah,
still managed to finish on the podium.
yeah. Shows you.
That does help because everybody in front of me DNF'd, but it works. 4 pit
Yeah,
stops and a P3. I will happily take it.
but I expect you'll probably see less carnage with the dry race. You know, be a bit better for the guys than to be
Yeah,
in a wet race. Yeah,
turn 1 and 2, chaos on the opening lap, and then turn 4, you can easily drop it there at any given point. It's one of those curbs that you clip at the wrong angle and you are spinning into the barrier. So,
yeah. Okay, so Avilok, he's in 6. He did a 127.4. Let's just go. Simps is in the pits. Bob, he's in the Alpha Tauri. That's a sister car for the Red Bull. Let's just follow him around. He's coming up to sector 2.
takes a nice line through 7 and 8. Even for the wet, that was a great line through there.
Yeah, it actually looks like it's not raining so hard anymore. It actually looks like it is drying a bit.
Yeah, moving back to the libraries and the teams, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Alpha Tauri go the way of the Red Bull one-off library next season, just with more blue on it.
No,
So,
that actually would actually look better because I remember a few years back the cars were actually a lot similar.
yeah, up until when it was Toro Rosso,
Yeah,
the only like color difference was one was like a dark blue and the other one was a lighter
yeah,
blue. And Toro Rosso was orange instead of red, like accents on it.
yeah. I see Bob. He did a 127.7. So most of the guys are doing it a 127, 128. I see Jared. He probably never had a good lap. He's probably going to go again there. I'm talking. He's going out again. I'm just the Ferrari is still in the pits. He still needs to put a time on. And
Yeah, we're
Jen
only
saying
losing one driver.
she misses the yellow Reynolds. I will actually I would say Alpine is a nice change. It's a new team, also Renault, but it's something new.
Yeah, when we switched over from Renault to Alpine, they made that switch deliberately because Alpine is Renault's racing department.
Mm,
So instead of having like CEOs and directors that were focused on the Renault image and like PR and all of that rubbish, they decided to make this transition to Alpine where it's a race team. It's completely different and a completely different company altogether from Renault. It's
yeah,
like it would be like
Mercedes.
AMG creating a
Yeah,
team and Mercedes just handing off the reins to the Mercedes team to AMG. 02 Cool for You is actually on a quicker lap at the moment, by the way.
I see Avilak retired. It looks like he retired on track, so I don't know if he DNF'd. His car is
There's no yellow
standing.
flags. There's one in the pit lane, but that's about it.
Yeah, maybe it's just a glitch there. Okay, so I see Zero, he invalidated his lap. Okay, so just stick with Sims here. Okay, he's on his out lap. I see Josh retired.
Yeah, that's a fair point from Jen. There's too many dark F1 cars at the moment. Missing the popping colours like Ferrari, McLaren, and Red Bull. Need a yellow in there somewhere.
Yeah, it becomes a bit dull at the moment, you know. It was like I think a lot of years before, most of the cars was like white. You only had like the Ferrari and maybe the Benetton that was like a different color, but all the other cars were white with a different color stickers and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, they just used the sheer amount of sponsorships they had to just colour the car in. But it was cheaper. It was a cheaper way of them running the team, so then they didn't have to paint a car every single time they wanted to put it out on track. But nowadays, modern F1 paint probably costs an absolute fortune. Yako is just about to start a lap, by the way.
and CBB lost Sims due to load shedding. So unfortunately, we won't be having Sims in the race. Okay, so let's go to Yaku. 1 second up. Oh, no, he's just starting his time now. Yeah, two. Yeah.
I think he may have fueled up for a couple of runs to like get his inters warmed up before he went on a actual flying lap. But that's unfortunate since load shedding, I still don't quite understand what it is or what it does or what it's for. But any reason that causes you to miss out on a race is gutted. So, and where it's kicked off now, it probably won't be over and done with until the end of the race.
Yeah, I think it's normally 2 hours. So unfortunately, he will be out. Okay, so Yaku.
Is this like a South African wide thing, or is it just in certain cities?
It's countrywide. It's the whole grid that goes down. Certain times for each province and each town. So yeah, it's a continuous thing. And we got different stages to it too. Like
yeah, it's just gone to stage 4.
Yeah, so that's the most severe. The next stage,
on the upside.
Yeah, the next stage will be total shutdown.
Yeah, Jared is without a front wing.
Yeah, I just saw him went past Yaku there. So we got basically 44 seconds left. Donovan Duffy looks like and Corsa. He's also on the fly. So let's just stick here with Donovan. Let's see, he's sector 2 time.
Puntiges is just waiting on power.
Okay.
So he could be in shortly. So
I think this is qualifying done. I don't think we're going to see any other laps. Most of the guys will come in now.
Yeah, at this point you may as well just take the flag. Especially if your pit box is before the start-finish line, just take the flag and end the qualifying session earlier.
So we're only losing Simps. So everyone will go through. Thank you, Jen, for that wonderful explanation.
Was that an explanation on load shedding by any chance?
Yes, yeah. So I see Avilak is great outside. I don't know if he's going to join us for the next session, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, that explanation makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
Okay, so Avilok did DNF, so we're only gonna have nine people
The
for
top
quad.
10 shootouts, so it's a top
Yeah.
9 shootout.
Yep.
In fairness, one of those shouldn't have, well, is unfortunate not to have made it through, and then Avi in the rain, it just isn't going very well at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like he just lost it there at the final turn because it looked like the car was standing on the main straight just before the finish line. And
Like
then
he'd
we
given it a little bit too much right foot coming out the final corner.
possible we weren't on him, and then we got Shakes there. He's supporting Alpha Tauri. That's the team he drives for in Division 2. So he's supporting Bob and Josh. They the Alpha Tauri guys for Premier Division. Let's get the information up there again.
I can completely understand why he's doing that, because that AlphaTauri is not only one of the nicer looking cars, it's also one of the nicest sounding cars. That Honda power unit sounds completely different to what it does in the Red Bull.
Yeah, I think they probably got different, probably a different exhaust on a car or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, more than likely. But the AlphaTauri sounds a lot better.
Oh, there's Dan saying we love Bertha. We love you too, Dan.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, and I see Zero is thinking of taking softs. The rest are all on intermediate. Yeah, so probably early. I think they're not going to go out now. I think Jared went out. Track is still wet. It's definitely not soft at the moment, I would say.
Yeah,
But
and
you
don't
can
want to
see
be
it's
the
getting
first man putting
no.
down a soft time in weather like this.
But yeah, it definitely stopped raining now. They just probably just waiting for a dry line to appear. You can see already it is a dry line, but and I see Jen is being rude. I won't even
Yeah,
read
I
the
was just about
comment.
to say Jen is just bullying Dan.
Okay, I just want to
Kidding,
send
Dan. I'm fond of you.
Okay, I'm just gonna send invites out.
Is it Wezo,
Yeah,
isn't it? Wesley.
yeah, their power came back on now, so hopefully they can join.
Let's hope so. A few more bodies in the race won't hurt anybody. Unless someone readies up immediately and they can't add their setups.
So I hope you guys can join. Okay, so
Donovan's lost it and taken his front wing with it.
okay, we're on board with him now. He's got cars behind him. Okay, so the guys are on out laps. I'm sure everyone's probably sticking to the intermediates. Just Jared Holiday was the first one he invalidated.
I mean, it's brave, but it's not necessarily stupid. Jared is actually on Inters.
Yeah. I think they're all actually on Inters, yeah. So I'm just I was just saying you're gonna stick to Ruan, but he also just lost it there.
Still somehow does a purple sector too. It's because he's the first man through it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick here on Yaku. He's the next McLaren after Ruan. Let's just see. So I think Ruan will be the first one with the time on. There's DRS enabled, so we're probably gonna see the softs. Yeah,
now.
yeah. So 1:33.4 he had an off there, so that's probably not his best time. He's probably going to try and do a better time there.
Yeah, especially since they're about 18 seconds now, about 10 seconds behind where they should be for
Yeah.
like fully like dry qualifying.
Okay, so Josh, this is a 127.5. I'm aboard with Super D. He's coming through to the final now.
Jen, if Avi is out, go McLaren.
Traitor.
In fairness, I think we all have our preferred teams.
Yeah.
Buntages also wants an invite. His power is now back on as well.
Okay, let me just send him an invite.
And Jared just left.
Ooh.
So he might be part of the power grid thing that's going on.
Just see if he's still online. No, I think he went offline. Let me see if I can just send him an invite in case he comes back.
Yep, it's definitely time to swap over onto the softs now. I'm just going to ride on board with Donovan while he does his outlap to see how he gets on, whether or not it's slight enough.
Yeah, let's get on board with Donovan.
Just want to see how it's handling in the damp conditions on the full softs and slick tyres now. Line out the penultimate corner made him look like he was going into the pits. He was that wide.
We just have to see the grip.
Yeah, it looks like it's dry enough for now. But I think he's got to qualify low down because he's the first man out on softs.
There's 5 minutes left. I'm sure it's enough time for everyone to put on a set of softs and
Yeah, some may just wait till the end of the session and then go do one lap. But yeah, as I was saying, everybody has their favourite teams that they actually do well and avidly support. Like, ever since I was a kid, I've always been a McLaren fan. And then when Toro Rosso entered the fray, I always rated their drivers, but not them as a team. But since they've dropped being Red Bull's junior team, and Pierre Gasly's becoming a decent driver, they're slowly creeping up the grid.
yeah, I was always a Ferrari fan. They weren't always the best team. I remember the days of Gerhard Berger and John Alesi. They were struggling, but it was. I just loved the car and everything about them. But they're still my favorite team. But yeah, you always hope for something.
Yeah, like I had this conversation with someone the other day about Ferrari. Some Facebook expert thought that Ferrari have got the best partnership on the grid
Yeah.
in Leclerc and Sainz, which it's not true because Sainz isn't as young as everyone thinks he is.
Yeah,
And
he's a bit
Leclerc
older. Yeah.
is, yeah, look, like Sainz is now 27 years old.
Yeah.
He's not old, but he's towards the older like end of the F1 grid at the moment. Because you've got the likes of Lando, George, Pierre, Yuki, Charles, Max.
And they all were in the same time, even with Max Verstappen, they were all in the same time going through that era, so they know each other very very well too. So
Yeah, like Lando, George, Charles, and Albon, the Twitch quartet, because they
yeah,
all came through the like junior categories together at the same time. and they all progressed to F1 in the same season. Just George got the wrong end of the stick and ended up in a Williams.
Yeah, but I think he had you see, he was under contract for he had a contract with the Mercedes, and obviously they placed him in that team.
Yeah, because it was the only place they could put him.
And plus they started running the Mercedes engines also.
Yeah, I have seen something that is quite interesting. So Liberty Media are considering if if a works team wants to introduce a junior team, so like Mercedes, Aston Martin, or who else, or Ferrari or Alpine want to introduce a junior team, they're fully happy to let the buying clause go, as long as they're set up as an independent outfit, so the full manufacturer can lend them the money to get everything set up to get into the sport, but they've got to be self-sufficient after that.
That's a good incentive, but it is so expensive. I see
200
that.
million
Yeah,
to just build the wind tunnel.
and I see Andretti, he pulled out of the Sauber deal, so I don't know what's going to happen to them.
Yeah, Sauber owned by Kimi Raikkonen at the moment. He owns the majority share of that team.
Yo.
I will see if I can invite Avalanche back. Nope, it's still not allowing me to invite anyone.
Okay, I'll invite him.
Yeah, it's ridiculously expensive to get into F1, but a lot of the manufacturers do have enough resources available into the sport and already have the majority of the technology available due to being in other forms of motorsport.
Okay, so send invites.
Yeah, Josh is just run wide on his flying lap and has pulled out of it.
I see, so we're down to the 115s, 115s, 116s. I see Donovan improved his time. Let's see, Corsa is on a flyer here. He's down 3 seconds. Jared also on a flyer. Super D still in the pits.
Yeah, Corsa could be going a lot quicker at this rate. He's currently he's over 4 seconds up. So this final sector, even though it's only a few couple of corners, they're tight and awkward corners to get your braking zones right for. And then the final corner, it's just about opening up the accelerator at the right time. You don't really need to brake for it, you just need to ease off. And he puts himself P8. P3.
Yeah,
So
with the 115.8.
It come up P8 initially.
Yeah. And then that's everyone. Everyone retires.
Yako is the only man. I know he's finished. Yep.
Yeah, finished. So that's our grid for for the race. It's going to be a dry race. So be interested to see what tires these guys will choose. Will they go on the softs or the mediums? So we have Josh, Bob, Corsa, Ruan, Zero, Yaku, Donovan, Jared, and Super D. That's our top 9. Super D, he only set the time on the Inters. I think he didn't have a clean lap on the softs there.
Yeah, and I called it when I said Donovan would qualify quite low down in the top 10 because he was the first man out on the softs.
Yeah. But he did improve. He actually improved his lap there. He was 118 and he improved about 2 seconds there.
Yeah. Hungary, it's a difficult place to actually hook up your entire lap.
Yeah.
And once you do and you get into the rhythm of the track, it is an absolute joy to drive. and the big braking zones into turn 1 and 2, with the two with the two DRS zones into each one. It's just about choosing your lane and hoping that the car ahead isn't just going to suddenly turn in on you
Yeah.
or open the steering wheel up and just push you out wide. Because they are the best places for overtaking, but we may see someone that feels a little bit brave today and decides to send it up the inside of turn 7 into the chicane.
So just waiting for the
As,
lobby.
yep, hopefully it doesn't glitch out. Which it does appear it is doing so.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. There's not much we can do now. It's busy loading. We'll give it another minute and then we'll see if we can't restart it, yeah.
Yeah, it does look like the lobby has glitched due to the
Yeah, so we'll
influx of
just
late joiners.
probably have to restart it now. Um,
Yeah, and for me to leave this lobby, I'm going to have to close my game.
yeah. So just close this. I don't think we're gonna go anywhere tonight with this. So we'll stop the. Let's go back.
Wait, was that the lobby just restarting, or was that you
No, that
closing
was
the game?
my game. Yeah. I'm just gonna stop the broadcast here, and then we'll rejoin soon as we get the lobby up. Thank you.